Today I finally got to do something I've been waiting about 1.5 years to do, and that was to play Warframe. About 1.5 years ago, I watched a video that was called Warframe is a Wake-Up Call. Basically, it was talking about how its dev team was so in touch with its community, always working to improve itself, and honestly had given everything they can to their community to make their game as good as possible. And at the time, I remember watching it going, man, I would love to play a game like that. Guess that resonated with a lot of people. For the next few months, I was bombarded almost daily with people asking me to play Warframe, or to at least try Warframe. And actually a little bit after that, somebody that I knew actually works on the Digital Extremes team was telling me that they were in the middle of trying to improve their first time player experience, and that new players were having a little bit of a hard time getting into the game. Basically after the conversation was like, hold off a little bit, let us cook a little bit, and it'll be worth the wait. Fast forward actually a few months after that, I went to PAX East and I actually ended up meeting a lot of the Digital Extremes Warframe developers. And I ended up actually going to a live stream as well, where they're just a bunch of devs that are sitting on a panel, announcing new content that's coming up, taking feedback from the community, hanging out, talking to Twitch chat. It really actually felt like a stream, not like a
beep boop. We are a corporation who are trying to connect with our audience with live stream. Look at us.
Now buy our battle pass. I enjoyed it. And honestly, talking to them, they seemed very excited to deliver on these things that their community wanted. And so, by me telling you this story, I'm guessing you know what's here. And I'm happy to tell you, as I will disclose to you now, this video is sponsored by Warframe and Digital Extremes. Thanks so much to them for sponsoring this video. They actually knew that I was going to come play. I had talked to them about playing, completely unsponsored, just wanting to play the game back in March, or when was PAX East? It was like March, May. I appreciate that. Throwing a sponsor to come play and to also make this video in which they said they wanted honest feedback about my experience. I'll give you honest feedback. So how was my first time experience? Honestly, it was pretty damn good. Hopping into it, I could tell that they definitely made the new player experience good. They definitely made improvements to it, because for whatever people had told me it was before, was definitely not the experience I had. Everything was crystal clear. Basically, when you load in the game, you get a big cinematic that kind of introduces you to the world and introduces you to the Warframes, and you end up picking one of the three that you see in front of you. So we've got three options. Excalibur epitomizes the warrior spirit. His master swordsmanship deals high damage. He is the embodiment of martial excellence. Mag alters magnetic fields to provide crowd control and strip enemies' defenses. Few can resist her attraction or repulsion. Last but not least, Volt. Electricity flows through Volt. His attacks deal high damage. Enemies will be shocked. I ended up going with the Excalibur because I actually liked the idea of the melee. I thought that that would be pretty cool. And apparently that is like a subset of the community, a hardcore base that really is enthusiastic about their melee builds. So I was welcomed among friends as someone who has played some other games and known for their big hammer. And that was fun, seeing lots of people come in like, yeah, he's one of us, he's a melee build, woo! And actually very early on, I didn't realize that I was basically trying to melee everything, and I actually did get weapons, but I was having more fun meleeing. I did obviously use the weapons on on certain aspects, some flyers and stuff like that, but honestly the melee is what stuck with me the most. But that's not actually the mechanic that stuck with me the most. The movement is fluid. Can I run? Oh, I can run. Holy sh**, I'm schmoving. Can I slide? They're sliding. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm in. Holy, listen, I've played a lot of games. I've played a lot of other games with like high intense, fast movement. We're talking like sprint, slide, jump, double jump, into slide, into roll, whatever it is. You can do all of that. And I've watched not very much Warframe content, but I remembered the live stream that I saw from March or May or whatever it was. And then also that video that I watched from Warframe like 1.5 years ago. And I remember like people moving super quick through missions. And I ended up doing that within like the first 5 or 10 minutes. And people were just like, are you sure this is your first time playing? It's like, yes, I'm a bit of a gamer. I did just come back from a Gamer Awards, you know, not to humble brag, kind of humble brag. No, but for real though, it came really quickly. It felt really smooth. The only thing I had to do was I had to change or add a control or crouch button from just control to C, because like shift and C is easier to hit than shift and control, at least for me. But everything was just straightforward and made a lot of sense. Then I ran through the tutorial and got onto the Vor's Prize and Teacher Quest missions, which are some of the new missions like right after the tutorial, in which you fight your first boss. He kind of looks like a chicken. Do you see his legs? He kind of looks like a chicken. I guess you technically fight him twice. I might be misremembering, honestly. It's been a long day. But I found myself instantly wanting for more. I ended up getting all the way to Venus. That was after the sponsored section. I was sponsored for a couple hours to play, and then I kept playing right after for like the next hour or so until I had to go. And I was honestly sad to have to get off and to leave. And there was one mission on Venus where you're supposed to go outside and you're supposed to like plant a bomb or something to stop like waves of enemies spawning. I missed that and I just started slaying. I feel like I'm killing a... How many guys do I need to kill? Jesus!
Eventually.
Am I like too far away from the ejected over here or something? Oh.
Give him hell.
And I have like probably a montage. I got an achievement too, like killing 100+ enemies or something in a mission. I went slaying through them. And the way I was able to go slaying through them was I had actually got a different Warframe, and it was the... What was it called again? The Colorvo frame, which actually, uniquely enough, it doesn't have shields, and I didn't realize why I was needing health packs. And once I got to, like, I think level 2 or level 3, which is like basically you get these swords that go around you, and then if they hit enemies, you heal yourself off of them. And then if you're at full health, you get like an overshield type of ability. I was running around at one point with like, because I'm low level, right? I'm at the beginning of the game. You have like 1,000, like 1,100 health. I have like 1,100 health, and I have 9,000, 10,000 overshield, which is absurd. And there's this giant 4-legged mechanical monster thing that comes down. You're supposed to run away from it.
Not worth it. Get back in here.
Is that a scarab? What?
We've bought the time we need.
Okay, that actually did big damage to me. And I was just trying to kill it. You literally do 0 damage to it, but I was trying to find a way to do something. And it kept hitting me for like literally 1,500 damage, but I have so much over health armor, which is probably not supposed to be for that level, like, because I'm at the beginning of the game. I'm like 3 hours in, 3.5, 4 hours in, and I have no fear because I'm running through waves of enemies with my sword thing procced for like 3 seconds, and I don't even have to like do damage for those couple seconds. As long as it's like good movement, you just slide through all of them, the swords will do damage, and you get the over health, and you get the lifesteal. And so like you do that, and then also there's my one button is like you like teleport to them, like to an enemy, just cut their head off instantly and like one-shot them. I didn't even get to really even use the 3 or 4 abilities, which I think the 4 is like you lift everybody up into the air, and the 3 I think is like a buff of some sort. I was having a great time. And then also the story starts to pick up pretty quickly from that point. The early story is basically like, oh, there's some guy who's trying to get in your head, and he kind of like gets in your head a little bit. But the other cool thing I noticed, I don't even know if there's gonna be more stuff like this in the future. I bet there is. There was one of the early missions, one of the starter missions, where you go in, you do your quest, and then you're supposed to get out. And when they go to get out, comes over the intercom, like your person that like is guiding you, it says, hey, the ship is like going to crash into a colony. We recommend you get off the ship, but you could try to save the colony by like diverting the ship or blowing up the ship's like reactor or something. And you can choose to go save it. And so I did that.
You have a choice. You can extract now, or you can disable this galleon and save the colonists.
Save the colonists!
Colonists could jeopardize this mission. I recommend you head straight to extraction.
Never!
This is yours.
We save the colonists! Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh, he's gonna breed with me because I'm saving the
failsafe is attacking your systems. Your shield capacity has just been halved.
And there's like a punishment where you lose like half your shield. I don't care.
Destroy the reactor. destroy the fuel injectors.
I must save the people. I think I saved them.
The colonist ship has escaped. I admire your noble intentions, Tenno, but you must survive for the future of the system.
Gotta save them. I thought that was cool as shit, because like obviously you take a risk to save all the people that are gonna get crashed into by this ship, but obviously, you know, there's gonna be a downside. There's gonna be repercussions to doing so. And so I'm assuming there's gonna be future missions where, you know, you gotta make those moral choices. You know, are you gonna risk the mission? Are you gonna risk dying? Are you gonna risk failure to save some people, or maybe to get some extra loot or something? Also, the looting. I might have a problem right now with the looting. What's this? There's loot boxes! Oh no! I didn't know there was loot to be found. Hold up! I gotta go back. Hold on! I might have missed something. Oh! I missed loot. Hold on! People in my chat told me that you can get like summons or almost like a pets that will follow you and help you pick up loot. So that'll help a lot in the future. I'm actually pretty excited to play again. So much so that I'm gonna spend some more time in Warframe. Now, granted, I had to do some things like turning gifts off because people were going to try to send everything under the sun. Hell, I had friend requests on for about 45 seconds and I had to sit there in the menus for about 6 minutes waiting for all of the spam to finally go away. It's a kind of a unique feeling where you have to tell the community, like, no, I don't want your presence, because they will try to give you everything in the game. They will like try to give you all the Warframes, all the cosmetics, and maybe the time will come where maybe I will play on a Warframe that someone sends me, like, oh, like I want to try that. But I wanted to try to experience it all for myself the first time, and it's kind of something heartwarming about a community that's that immersed, that the first thing they want to do is to literally, when somebody comes in, is like, I want you to experience all the goodness that this game has. Take it now. And that was the other thing too. People were giving me so much good advice while I was streaming it and saying that you can get everything in the game without ever spending $1. Like I had some platinum to like buy a Warframe so I don't have to like farm up the materials and whatnot. Because it takes some time, but like you can get everything. And there's also like an in-game marketplace as well where you can buy from other players. I didn't get to see that, so I'm not 100% sure about that one myself. But like the amount of features this game had, I noticed instantly had a content creator mode. Creator mode. Oh, wow, dude, they are so smart. A lot of games don't have those like right off the bat, and it like hides your name in certain areas, hides your emails on certain areas. I don't know if it'll do music. I think all their music's original. I was pretty much blown away that this game definitely has heart, and I can't wait to play it again. I'm not super well researched on Warframe content. I wonder if there's a way I can make the playthrough even more enjoyable for people at home to watch, because obviously I can turn my brain off and just play. Like there was certain times I caught myself that I hadn't spoke in like a minute because I'm just so locked in, like doing slide, crouch, jump, double jump, slide over something. Like that you go through certain like hallways and there's like laser detectors like trying to scan and before like to call in reinforcements or whatever. And I'm trying not to hit anything. I'm just locked all the way in on them. And I'm like, you know, that's probably not the best stream content, admittedly. But yeah, I actually can't wait to play again. And I know this video is sponsored, but they did say that they wanted my honest feedback. And this is my honest feedback. But I want to say thank you again so much to Warframe for inviting me in. Thanks so much to the community for inviting me in. It was such a pleasure. And I will be back. And I can't wait to play again. Actually, I might even play before that if I get some time. Thanks so much to Digital Extremes as well, and all the people over there that were super excited, and they all saw that video before, and all the kind words that they shared, even at PAX. So I appreciate all of you, and can't wait to see you again in some more Warframe.